Work smart instead of hard. When does this not apply? Giving head. I mean, a vibe is useful, but if that's all you ever do, then do you even want them to come? When the job is dumb and doesn't allow for smart asera. I once had to make a few hundred copies of a multi-page document in an old-ass printer. No smarting my way out of that one. When you've only just started learning something. When you know nothing. You can't know what's best to learn, so just get started. After you've got your bearings, then you can assess what is best to learn and start working smart. Some people might say choose a good course, but I'd class that as working hard, not working smart. Someone else has done the thinking bit for you. When smarter means violating legal security policies. I had a job that was task-oriented and hourly. I had a list of the same things to do every night to the property, and I would sign out and go home whenever I was done. I ended up getting more efficient at my job after doing them every day, so I was doing my tasks faster, so I was done faster, so they would send me home earlier, so my checks got smaller and smaller. In this case, when I worked smarter, it just got me less money. When you are paid hourly. When you work at my office. These guys are going the wrong way fast. Always. Work smart and hard. When you put your college homework questions on AskReddit hoping that someone else can solve your problem for you. That's neither hard nor smart. I was a photographer at Lifetouch for a few years doing school pictures. We were paid hourly and they had a huge focus on speed. There are literal timers that turn red if you take too long. For every picture, we were sent out in teams, and the team I was on was the best. We were the fastest. We were praised at the office. Our pictures were hung up for others to see. They all looked the same, but our times were half of the other teams. We may have been the best, but we were getting about half the pay as the worst teams. We started to figure it out though. We would take 3 or 4 hour lunch breaks after the school. There were even a few bars open at noon. Nothing like getting paid to drink. Our camera times were still amazing, and that's all management cared about. Working with my father-in-law is infuriating. We were assembling something that involved tightening 2 fasteners using an Allen wrench. It came with the basic Allen wrench. He insisted on getting his drill along with his Allen wrench bits. I kept trying to tighten it using the included Allen wrench. All the while he keeps muttering, "We need to work smarter, not harder." Dude wasted 15 minutes getting all this equipment together. It took me 2 minutes to tighten them with the basic Allen wrench. Sorry for ranting, but he does shit like this constantly. At a minimum wage job. Malicious compliance. When your boss wants a cube. When working any job that's paid hourly. When you have a limited budget, tools and resources, and limited time to plan. At some point you have to start, even if it isn't the best choice. It's better to make the wrong choice than no choice at all. Being a line cook. You're not here to be innovative and find an easier way to get a finished product. You're here to make these dishes exactly how I told you and when I tell you. Masturbation. If you start working hard on that, you risk having your dick exploding in your hand. In school you can lose points for using a method that the teacher isn't familiar with, even if it is more efficient. When you think you're working smart by digging deep and getting to the bottom of an issue to hopefully prevent it from ever happening again, then 23 man-hours later, you've finally uncovered the cause. You prevent the problem from happening again. Trouble is, the problem happens once a year at most and takes 5 minutes to clear up. So yes, on a long enough timeline your work could potentially pay off, but it's unlikely the software, the company, or even the human race will survive to that point. Whenever you've just started a new job. While I hate the mentality "we do it this way because we've always done it this way," often there are good reasons for why something is done a certain way. Understand your job fully before you start altering the way you do it. After you're done working smart, it's time to work hard. Working smart is really meaning just making things efficient. But at the end of the day you can only automate or refine a task so much. Diet and exercise. You can't just do math about TDEE and calories and macros etc. and expect to lose weight. You have to actually buckle down, eat less and work hard. Porn actors. Lumberjacks are seen hard at work. Nonetheless, for safety's sake they need to be smart when felling a tree. I have a tree service and charge hourly for smaller jobs that don't require climbing equipment. I had to make sure that the tree I was felling wouldn't crush this one client's house. I was drawing up a game plan with my team when the lady came out of the house complaining that we were wasting her money not cutting the tree as fast as possible. I explained to her the process and the gravity of the situation should we get it wrong, and she responds by saying anyone can use a chainsaw and it's not brain surgery. I told her she was right and politely withdrew from the agreement. Week goes by and we get called to a job in the same area and see that this lady's tree completely f***ed her house. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but damn, we are professionals for a good reason. Sex. I dunno. If I could create some pulley machine that lifted and lowered my girlfriend at 25% the effort, I'd probably use it. Good luck on the sales pitch. Honey, we need this machine to make you easier to lift during sex. For certain things I think the saying should really be, work smart, then hard. Come up with a plan and then kick its ass. Moving. Former mover for about 3 years here. Your job is literally to pick people's shit up, put it on the truck, take it to the unload and pick it up and put it in their house. The amount of times I had to stop and tell coworkers to quit messing around with trying to engineer some solution to make it easier to lift stuff. Like, nah, man, just pick it up and go. I've been out of moving for a couple years, but was helping a friend move over the weekend, and so many times I just wanted to scream, stop trying to overthink this. Pick your shit up and put it in the truck. When trying to lose fat and build muscle, sure, your strategy can be smart, but it's hard work. When to order said 10,000 squares and you chisel it into a ball to roll. Often in the military. Sometimes you're even forbidden, punished for working smart instead of hard, especially if you're a low rank. When you are dumb. When you're working out, the effort is the point. I could definitely see this applying if you're a male porn star. When you're in college, you wouldn't believe the number of students senior year that still wanted to cheat to get the grade. If you don't know the content and aren't willing to put in the work, you shouldn't get the chance to compete in the job market or design and build things that transport people. Aerospace engineering. When you work for less than what you are worth, then you can work how you want. If a company doesn't take care of you, then why should you care? Sure, it pays the bill, but in the words of the Joker, if you're good at something, never do it for free. Do both. If it helps everyone. A lot of people use this to justify being lazy. There's a difference between efficiency and laziness. Honestly, this is one of my least favorite terms because working smart and hard go hand in hand. It's how we achieve goals and push ourselves to be better. Working a little harder to achieve a little more. Coming up with a way to work harder to achieve a little more is the smart way of working. I hate to say it, but when you get paid by the hour. Probably art. Sorry for bad writing. I'm in a position of a manager. I'll work harder when I need to make a visual example that my employees need to pick up the pace on something. I hate scolding and would prefer to lead by example. I don't mind getting my hands dirty, either. I'm totally fine if my employees find a smarter way to do the thing, but I'm not fine if I see a task being procrastinated. Working hard typically packs a bigger punch if you need to make a point. 1. When you want to get in shape, you have to work hard. There is no way around it. 2. When you want to fix your mental health, like depression or something, you have to fight yourself and you can't evade that. You might get some prescription drugs or something, but that won't fix it if you are depressed because you lack social skills or something. Fought myself on both categories for a long time, faced both problems and did a shitload better in the outcome, and now, even when times are hard, I get stronger for some reason. Sometimes when you come up against a task, it's better to just plow through it in the interest of time rather than stop and try to figure out a better way to do it. We had a huge tree cut down and they offered us a discount if they didn't have to haul it away. Unfortunately, they left all of the wood in the middle of the yard in a big unorderly pile. My brother said, okay, I'll go get another wheelbarrow and a small trailer, and we'll pile it all in the corner of the property. While waiting for him, my son and I just started moving all of the wood. We finished by the time he returned with the wheelbarrow and trailer. We would have been done even sooner if he would have just stayed and helped. Maybe that was his actual plan all along and he was the one working smart. Jerk. During CPR, smart helps, but it's hard work if you're doing it right. Weightlifting. You can try and find the optimal program, But you'll have more success just picking something and then working your ass off than anything else. When your boss asks for a cube, not a sphere. Running for president, apparently. When you get paid by the hour. Working out. You have to put in the work. Any shortcuts you take are just cheating yourself. My job has this really cool thing where when I do a good job I get rewarded with more work. Yay. When working smart means automating your own job, your boss will be really thankful, and fire you because you're no longer needed. Don't make yourself redundant. When working smart means automating your own job, a smart worker would hide the automation process. When you're one of those Disney characters dressed in late 19th century prison clothes with a boulder around your ankle hitting a rock on the ground with a hammer.